Welcome to the Bridging Broken to Breakthrough podcast. I am your host, Maria Wingard. I share how hope will arise out of our past broken relationships, fractured families, and personal struggles. Come walk a mile with me as we allow Jesus to clean out the mess and organize the rest. Today's episode is titled Meta Distraction. Quote, "It's so easy to forget how much noise the Matrix pumps into your head until you unplug." This was from the movie Matrix Resurrections. What I've found is that no one really listens anymore. It's just the swirling noise of regurgitated information, vomited up by one, to be ingested by another, who then takes their turn to vomit it back up again. The incessant chatter drones on, buzzing like New York City. We're so used to it that we don't even hear it anymore. You won't realize how truly bombarding the city noise is until you have to try sleeping in the stillness of the country quiet with nothing to filter out but croaking frogs. Indulge me for a moment. Consider, if you will, joining me on a stroll. We're going to walk along this secluded path in the woods that meanders along a peaceful lake. There's only the sound of our feet on the path, rustling the leaves as they fall from the whistling breeze, and the sun glistens. Birds and crickets are chirping faintly in the trees, singing in harmony with the croaking frogs. Now, most people, just by hearing or reading these words, have their bodies generate a physical reaction of calmness. Breathe this in deep, for rest and peace are beautiful gifts. The current rate of distraction sent our way has crippled our ability to focus. The matrix is fueled by your distraction and your attention and feeds off of your energy. This is how the machine stays alive. Here's your red pill. Continuing on with our peaceful stroll. It's violently interrupted by the sounds of screaming ricocheting across the lake. Your eyes scan the shore to catch a glimpse of where it's coming from. Finally, your eyes lock on the struggle between three people. The screamer is no match for the other two, trying to wrestle them to the ground. Adrenaline surges through your veins, and tension bites your shoulder blades. Seeing everything, you're rendered helpless by the miles that separate you. Desperately, you hold up your cell phone, looking for service. Nothing. Panic grips your soul. Now, assess your body. Tight shoulders, high alert, possibly agitated, wondering, what happened to this person? Vastly different than just a few paragraphs ago. All done with mere words on a page. Why did I have us take this walk? To demonstrate what power the words we read, hear, or watch are actually having over us and our bodies. This is what we're doing to ourselves by scrolling through post after post, video after video that feed us frustration and anger, but never do anything about it, but verbally vomit into our heads. It's time to assess what's being digested. This means mentally and physically. For it's never the big moments that are going to make you successful. Success is built on 1 billion little decisions all going in the same direction. If you want to become successful at anything, then it takes time, and you have to change your daily routine with intentionality. Don't believe the lie that it does not really matter. These little everyday decisions are the big decisions. Now, For a deep dive on this topic, I would highly recommend cognitive neuroscientist Dr. Caroline Leaf's podcast with Johan Hari, episode 353. You'll find the link on my webpage, but you can just Google that. Here are a few notes from that podcast as a summary. Bullet points are a blend of direct quotes and my own words from this amazing conversation. 54% of Americans do not read books. Most people only read 17 minutes per day compared to 5 hours of media. Technology degrades our focus by 81%. This is a staggering statistic. Multitasking does not work. Screens are inferior. It's called screen inferiority. You remember and retain less information when you read it from a screen as opposed to the physical piece of paper. The theory is that we read paper line by line and computer screens in a Z pattern. Our consciousness is shaped by what we are exposed to, and this becomes our inner voice. This is why it is so important to monitor what we put into our brains. Due to cortisol levels, the best thing that you can do in the morning is read. Funny how the Bible states to seek him in the morning. I'm just saying. When we listen to a story together, our hearts start to beat in sync. Kind of how what happened in the demonstration that I walked you through. This is extraordinary, and I personally think it's designed by God to link our hearts. There has been an explosion of children displaying attention problems, while at the same time, a profound transformation in how our children experience childhood. Due to play being removed, we have lost necessary essentials to attaining a fully functioning human attention span. So, that's a lot. If you're anything like me, this has your head swimming in shock. I knew it was bad, but I had no idea just how bad it was. Our kids can't focus because of environment, and now we have secluded them and isolated them from 2020 until 2023 in confinement, and we wonder why they are traumatized. This is called failure to thrive, and it doesn't just impact infants. This all leads to frustration and hopelessness. Frustration is simply anger in diapers. Addicted, insecure distraction has held us captive for far too long. It's time to take back our lives. It's time to unplug. I am grateful that you have decided to come walk a mile with me, your host, Maria Wingard, on the Bridging Broken to Breakthrough podcast. To find out how Jesus bridges broken to breakthrough and listen to past episodes, please visit hopewillarise.com. And thanks for listening today.